Hey, what is up guys? So I'm finally here to deliver my video on the dark sides of Dimension. Here's my video review analysis, what I thought about it, because a lot of you guys have been asking me, and I'll be honest, right now, I don't know everything about the Yu-Gi-Oh lore. I've watched a few episodes of the abridged, I watched a few episodes of the original, I saw when he revved up his engine and synchroned to shooting Quasar Dragon, but I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh as far as like the anime very well. I know the card game well, I know Vanity Emptiness, pretty good card, but they weren't even playing it in the movie. But, you know, basically this is going to be, I guess, an idiot's review of the movie, even though he doesn't really understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Why you're reviewing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. I don't know, you guys asked me for it, and I finally was able to see the movie. Now, first off, if you guys haven't seen the movie, there might be some spoilers in this. The reason why I say it might be because I don't really know what would be considered a spoiler, because I didn't, like, you know, follow everything in the anime. Like, I know Grandpa, I know a few of the, I know Yusei Fudo, I know Jaden plays them elemental heroes, but I don't know, like, all these, like, other people, like Shoddy. I've never heard of him. He looks like a Gravekeeper, but I never heard of Shoddy the Gravekeeper. But, nonetheless, guys, if you guys haven't seen the movie, I can't post a link to it. I know the movie got leaked. It's on several sites. A lot of you guys have been saying Asianized. I couldn't see the movie. Do you have a download link or something? I can't actually post it. I would get in trouble. Konami will hit me down with that ban hammer. But I'm sure someone will comment down below a link to watch the movie, because it's been leaked. And, you know, not that I ever would watch a leaked movie in 480p, because my standards are much higher. But anyways, guys, if you haven't seen the movie, I just wanted to give you guys like a forewarning that there might be spoilers in my review, because I'm going to try to explain kind of the story as best as I can. But keep in mind, guys, I don't know everything in the story. So, yeah, this is, I guess, a guide to the review for the Yu-Gi-Oh movie from a guy that like plays Yu-Gi-Oh but doesn't watch like all the anime. So I guess it'll be a kind of different perspective. Wow, he just wow, Plants lost to, well, actually another guy wasn't even playing the Zodiacs. Wow, not a Zodiac deck in 5 seconds. Whoa, why is Tori here? Hold on, I'll get into that in 1 second. All right, so one thing that I wanted to mention with the movie is I really like a lot of the characters that weren't in it. For example, I was really expecting to see like a sexy Mai deck. I wanted to see other things like Catherine, the girl with the cat. I wanted to see the Amazon warrior girl. I wanted to see Yuzu. I wanted to see Tori. I wanted to see Yusei Fudo. I wanted to see Elemental Hero Stratos, Jaden summoning, but it wasn't in there. The movie was 2 hours long too, and a lot of characters just weren't shown off. One thing that, again, this might be kind of a spoiler, Joey never duels? Like, what the heck, 2 hours? Joey's an important character. He has Baby Dragon. Where's the Time Wizard Baby Dragon combo? I wanted to see that. That wasn't in there. And first off, I do also want to mention, before we get, I guess, get into the video review, I want to say that the movie is probably more so for the fans of like the Yu-Gi-Oh TV show than it is for the fans of the competitive game. Like I said, ain't no Vandy's Emptiness. There's cards like Ding Dong cards like Celtic Guardian, Ding Dong cards like Marsh Macaroon, things that you would never see in an actual duel. And anyways, so now that that's out of the way, I've explained like it's not really meant for like competitive players, because like, you know, I like to look at, you know, like cards that like you would actually see in an actual duel, not like I summon my blue eyes 69 times, different variants of it with. Oh, by the way, one important thing also, that duel is really fast. This is I guess you know why they didn't use the meta, because the movie would have been 5 minutes long if they actually played the meta. But okay, anyways, so yeah, there's very little like meta cards, so to speak. It's them cheating, and they have different rules in it too, so just keep that in mind as well. But if you're taking like a friend that doesn't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, you're taking your girlfriend to watch the movie, she's probably gonna be like, I don't get it, and that's kind of how I felt. And I understand Yu-Gi Joey and stuff like that, but I just wanted to see like more cards. If you guys get what I'm saying, like I wanted some crazy combo interaction, like Karibo defense. Like where was the Karibo defense? Where was all these crazy things that are like from the TV show? I just feel like I didn't get that out of the anime. And also my friend mentioned when he was watching it online illegally. Not that I did that, but he mentioned to me that in the comments, apparently Seto Kaiba summons Obelisk, and you're not allowed to do that. Actually, he does summon Obelisk. I watched the movie, but he's not like allowed to do that. It's apparently like they messed up. Like he's not supposed to be able to summon Obelisk. I don't know if that's like a lore problem, but I felt like whatever. I'll mention it. But because a lot of people mention that as well. But anyways, as far as the story goes, let's jump into like the story. As far as the story goes, I felt like it was a little weak. It was too generic, but it was probably oriented for like kids anyways. Now, a few of you guys mentioned that this is like more mature, like it was for the fans that grew up with the game, and so like I expect it to be more mature. Like not necessarily like rated R, but a lot of anime that I like, pretty much all the anime I like, with the exception of Satokai no Ichizan. I want it to be very violent, very serious, very, very just violent as well. I don't know, I like violence and I like seriousness in my anime. I don't like it to be funny, like, except for Satokai no Ichizan. Again, that's like the one exception to the rule. By the way, if you guys haven't seen that anime, it's a good anime. It's kind of like one of them harem, it's got a lolly too. But anyways, Satokai no Ichizan, very good anime. But, I felt like this, I just don't understand really what they were trying to cater towards, because I felt like it was really oriented for younger kids, but at the same time, they didn't have like the newer stuff. The newer kids that would get into the game, like, there are no pendulums in here. Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people don't like pendulums, so maybe they're like, hey, don't take out all the pendulums in the movie, and we're gonna get thumbs down if we put pendulums in the movie, everyone's gonna complain about how they're broken. So maybe that's why they didn't, like, incorporate, like, that. I don't know, I really wanted to see Quasar Dragon. I felt like in 2 hours, where was like a Yugi versus Yusei Fudo duel, and before, like, they can't do that because they're in another dimension, and Azneyes doesn't know his lore about Yu-Gi-Oh! But nonetheless, I felt like that would have been cool. I wanted to see that. But they kept it with the classic Yugi versus Kaiba, which we've seen 1,000 times. Heck, half the movie was Kaiba trying to get Yugi to go Pharaoh mode, which is like the Super Saiyan, I guess. 1v1 me, 1v1 me. I want to duel you, I want to duel you. And it felt like it kind of got annoying. That's how I felt with it. But again, some of the fans, they probably like that. That's what they want to see. They want to see the classic. But I wanted to see like Tori versus Yuzu without Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Maybe like, you know, like in a wrestling match with a tub of jelly. Like that's the kind of content that I would like to see. But unfortunately, it's rated PG. But I also wanted to, but I guess I kind of went off on a tangent. Wow, this video already 6 minutes long. We're getting that 10-minute AdSense, boys. But nonetheless, okay, so important thing before I kind of go over the movie. I want to tell you guys the anime that I like, so you guys can get a better understanding. So, anyways, anime that I like, and I would consider these like good anime. Jinro, Samurai X, Trust and Betrayal, Ghost in the Shell. Talk about the old one, not the new one where I feel like, I don't know, I kind of got lost in it. Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust. Those are the anime movies that I thought were really good. Yu-Gi-Oh's not like this, so this is kind of out of my like water. I'm jumping into like deep territory that I feel like it's just too different for me to actually say that it's a good anime for any of you guys that like serious anime, because this is not. It is serious, but I mean, it has Joey like, oh my gosh, he got water on me, I fell down, like that happens in the anime, in the Yu-Gi-Oh movie, but it's not super serious in that sense. Where like, well, I guess people technically could be like killed because they go to another dimension, but we'll get into that right now. So anyways, I just want to give you guys like a heads up. Those are the animes that I like, so this is kind of what I'm going to be basing my review on, because that's what I enjoy, and that is you know, something that I think it should be important to mention. Like, that's my genre of anime. I'm not saying that just because one genre I don't like that genre that it could be bad, because I feel like this is a good movie for you Yu-Gi-Oh fans. But let me try to explain the story as best as I can. This is coming from an idiot, so correct me down below in the comment section below and be like, this guy's an idiot. How does he have a Yu-Gi-Oh channel? Fine by me. Anyway, so what I gathered from the movie as far as the storyline goes is there's this guy that's a new guy in school, and he gets bullied. And anyways, he has this like cube, and he can make people go to another dimension. He gets bullied. He sends these bullies to an alternate dimension, and he like erases their memories so they get, I guess, like trapped in this dark dimension forever. And that's like the whole like point of the movie. But the prank goes way too far, and he starts like putting people that go to the dark, putting them in the dark dimension that don't really deserve to be. Like, he kind of abuses his powers. You know, basically it's like the admins of Dueling Network in real life. Basically, that's the guy. I forgot his name though. Shows you how much I remember that guy. But anyways, he ends up like becoming friends with like the Yugi crew, like Yugi, Joey, Bakura. There ain't no leather pants in here either. But apparently, I think Bakura has a second form too. Anyways, nonetheless, like, he wipes people's memories, like, he becomes the bad guy. Half the time, Yugi and Kaiba, well, Kaiba keeps on saying 1v1 me, 1v1 me, and Pharaoh. I'm trying to bring back the Pharaoh. That's, like, kind of like a big part of it, I guess. But there ain't no meta cards in here. Like, Yugi summoned Marsh Macaron in the movie. I'm like, come on, man. Like I felt like the game really, like, if it was for the fans, like, that were the classic fans, like Karibo defense, like, that was kind of cool back in the day, but I wanted to see like cool stuff that's new. Like, I wanted to see a lot of newer cards, and I felt like that would have been really cool to introduce like really crazy, like, strong cards in the movie, and then we get them like in a few sets later. Not like Marsh Macaron, like, it's just, that's what I didn't like about the movie. But again, it might have just, that's the direction they took it. Also, what was interesting was Yugi summoned like 2 gadgets. He summoned like gold gadget, silver gadget, and then he put them inside the nipples of this monster. I'm like, whoa, is that a new card that we're getting? And that could be like, I was like, whoa, this would be pretty cool if we have another form of like a contact fusion. If you guys don't know what a contact fusion is, that's where you just like, you have 2 cards and you can contact fusion for like another card without using polymerization. And I was thinking that it would be really cool to have these cards that could stack on top of each other, kind of like Exceeds, but they would be like, they'd be like an equip that you would shoot out at them. I just think that would be kind of cool, because they had the gadgets go inside the nipples. I'm like, whoa, is this too hot for TV? Is my video going to get age restricted if I talk about the nipple gadgets? I don't know, maybe it's a new archetype confirm, putting inside monsters inside other monsters. I don't know. I just thought that, like, I wanted something new in the movie is really what I was looking forward to, and I just didn't get that. But it's a very generic, oh, we're so happy, we ally and we fight the enemy together, and in the end we're all friends. That's the kind of movie that this is. Again, that's just not my kind of genre, but I think that I want to. At one point, he even goes like Super Saiyan, like he straight up like copy and paste Dragon Ball Z, golden hair. I don't know. That's like the Pharaoh's ultimate form, Super Saiyan Yugi Moto, but that is something that happened, and some people didn't like that. Personally, for me, I really didn't care. I thought Super Saiyan was a cool concept, but like even if you go Super Saiyan, like it's still like the cards. I don't know. And also, like, there's this whole augment reality, and Kaiba can just, like, not go to another dimension because he's in this, because he can just take off the duel. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I just didn't understand, and it could be because I just don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's why I'm calling it, like, the idiot's, an idiot's review of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, because I really don't know the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore, but I do know the cards, and again, there was a lot of cards that were in the Blue Eyes deck that were kind of good, but Yu-Gi-Oh! was using like Dark Magician, using vanilla stuff, summoning Dark Magician Girl, Lemon Magician Girl, like the stuff that's like, I wanted him to play like something different, and maybe that they rely too heavily off classic stuff, and that might be just, you know, my personal tastes on it, and so that's why I personally just, like I said, I wanted new stuff in the movie, which is, they rely too heavily on classic stuff for my taste, but like I said, guys, I prefer my enemies to be, like, more violent. So, like, again, Jinro, Samurai X Trust, Betrayal, Ghost in the Shell. These are the enemies that I like. So, again, this might just be not for me because it's just not something that, you know, it's in my territory. But I don't think it's a bad movie for Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans. I think it's probably a really great movie. You'll love it. If you like the Yu-Gi-Oh! TV show, you'll probably like the movie. But if you're like, you know, a boyfriend or girlfriend of someone that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, they're like, hey, do you want to go see this movie with me? You're gonna get lost, and that's probably something. So there is my overall review on the movie. But I would love to know your review, and I actually want to know 2 different reviews. Okay, so if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, I would say I can highly recommend this movie. Like probably like an 7, 8, 9 out of 10 if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. That's what I would probably grade it. But if you don't know anime, it's going to be a 2 out of 10, too much water. I didn't understand the plot. Heck, there was did I mention like a Gravekeeper guy, Shoddy? I never heard of a Gravekeeper Shoddy. Like, maybe that's a new card that we're going to get later on. But he was probably pretty important. I mentioned about Obelisk. Apparently, like, you're not supposed to be able to summon Obelisk. Kaiba wasn't supposed to summon Obelisk because it messed up the story. But, also, one important thing. Do you guys have any anime that you can recommend to me? I want, like, very violent anime that's super serious. If you have any recommendations. Oh, also, I wanted to mention this other thing, because this is important. I felt like the movie didn't offer, like, a very good, I don't want to say, like, an art palette, but, like, there's not moments that are breathtaking. Like, if you guys watched Akira back in the day, or watched Ghost in the Shell when it first came out, you'll understand what I mean by the art style is just, like, so good that you're like, wow, that I didn't get a wow factor from the Dark Side of Dimensions that I got with other animes, but it might be because it wasn't really going for that. Like, if you guys watch Cowboy Bebop, you understand what I'm talking about. Like, there's just moments where, like, the art and, like, the background is just so good that you can just appreciate it, even if you don't appreciate that genre. I just didn't get that feel with it. But, yeah, okay, going back to what I was mentioning, I want to know down below what you guys would rate this in 2 different ratings. So, one, rate it, like, 1 through 10 on, like, how good of a movie it was if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. And then another rating if the guy didn't know Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if he didn't know Yu-Gi-Oh! At all, what would you rate the movie? Like, if you were going into it, like, you know, as like a mom or a dad that's going with their kid, what would you rate the movie? Because I don't think it would be a good movie to take someone to see if they don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you know Yu-Gi-Oh!, you probably enjoyed it, and that's what I got from a lot of people. But there was like a few like lore problems, and I felt like it just dragged on. It didn't have Joey Duel, it didn't have Tori and Yuzu have a nudes at 1 mil. Like, there were none of that, and that's kind of where I want to leave off on the video. But anyways, you guys can let me know down below your thoughts on everything. Whoa, dude, this is a really long video. Man, I guess I got too excited about talking about Ghost in the Shell. But by the way, guys, if you haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, I can really recommend you guys to watch those animes. But keep in mind, these are very violent animes. Probably rated, these are all, I think, I don't know, Jinro might be rated more than R because I think it has killing children in it. These are all very violent, so if you're under 18, guys, don't tell your mom. Go watch it on some, like, watch cartoons or, like, kiss anime, whatever. I think those are really good animes that stand alone without knowing knowledge, and that was one problem that I had with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. But anyways, it's probably a good movie if you guys like Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're taking someone else that doesn't know anything, my review would be probably don't take them to go to watch this movie because they're going to be like, I didn't get it, I don't like the movie, I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's just what's going to happen if they watch the movie. But anyways, feel like I'm ranting on longer than it needs to be because we already hit that 10-minute AdSense, boys, so we are good to go on this video. But thanks for watching, guys, and like I said, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below of what you thought of the movie. Who else would you like to see? I just wanted to see Joey Duel, and like I said, I wanted a Tori and Yuzo nudes at 1 mil, like, inside the vid, but it just wasn't there. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.